what exactly is Roundup and what are its applications?
Well, Roundup's not an ordinary herbicide. It was first patented by Stauffer Chemical because it's very good as a chelating agent. It binds heavy metals. And actually was first used to clean out pipes in hot water systems. And it's that property that looks to be key here, because the chronic kidney disease U of unknown etiology, which, as you say, is ravaging Central America, Sri Lanka, and parts of India, appears to be, at least a leading theory suggests that heavy metals binding with the Roundup are being ingested, inhaled, and absorbed through the skin. They're evading the liver's heavy metal detection system, because they are bound to the glyphosate. It's kind of a Trojan horse analogy, if you will. And when they get to the kidney tubule, where the environment is very acidic, the cadmium and the arsenic breaks off and attacks the kidney tubule, and pretty soon you have renal failure, and in most of these countries, death, because dialysis is not really available, nor are kidney transplants. So again, this is a theory, it's a leading theory, but this has been a chronic epidemic since the mid-90s, and it's been a real mystery. And this explains a lot of the data we know to date, such as it happens basically in areas where glyphosate has been used extensively, and it happens in areas where the workers, it's mainly in sugarcane workers, have been exposed to heavy metals. So it looks to fit the pattern very well, and the patients who have been studied in Sri Lanka have been studied the most carefully, and they have elevated cadmium levels in their urine and in their nails and in their hair, much more so than do those in their communities that don't have the illness. But those who live in the endemic area but don't have the illness still have significantly more of the cadmium in their system than people living in non-endemic areas.
Here in the United States, I mean, we've got large portions of America planted in Roundup-ready crops so that a lot of Roundup is sprayed around them. Why are we not seeing high levels of kidney failure in the United States, whereas we are seeing them in these third world countries? What's different?
Well, there are some who think that the rate of kidney failure is going up and we're missing it, but it's not quite in those epidemic proportions. And it's probably because we don't have the cadmium and the arsenic as much in our soil and in our water supply. But a recent article actually is questioning Roundup glyphosate's safety for a whole number of reasons, and it's coming up for EPA review in 2015. So there may be real reasons in the U.S. to get rid of it as well. That's not the point of the article I wrote, but it's worth saying that glyphosate does disrupt a vital liver enzyme system in human beings, and that's been reported recently. So there may well be effects here. But what's so interesting in this case is at the same time that you have El Salvador banning glyphosate because of the precautionary principle and the feeling that it may be killing off their farmers, you have the U.S. forcing or trying to pressure El Salvador to buy Monsanto's GMO seeds, and the only supposed advantage of the seeds is that they're glyphosate or Roundup resistant. Now, either the U.S. hasn't figured out that that doesn't make scientific sense to be demanding that they buy the seeds that they would have to use the herbicide that they've already banned, or we just don't really care.